Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an unusual start to this stream here. Due to some technical issues right now, we don't have any visuals, but we do have audio working, I believe. So if you can hear me, welcome to Christie Pits Park as the Toronto Maple Leafs are getting set to host the Guelph Royals here. And I don't have any lineups in front of me either, so we're going to find out as we go here what these lineups are going to be. But Marek Deska is the starting pitcher this afternoon for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs coming in here with a record of 3-3. They're going to try to get over the 500 mark. They started the season 3-1, but have dropped 2 straight. A couple of big losses. A loss to Hamilton here on Wednesday, and they followed it up with a loss in Barrie on Thursday. So they're going to try to get back in the winning side of things as they take on the Guelph Royals here, who they faced in that great first-round matchup last season in the playoffs. 5 great games, hotly contested games between these two teams, as Marek Deska is throwing a few warm-up pitches here to get ready for this one. It is a gorgeous day here at Domenico Field at Christie Pits Park as Maple Leafs are getting set to get this game started against the Guelph Royals. The Royals come in, I believe, with a record of 1-3, so a slow start to the season for them. And Maple Leafs are going to try to keep that going here, as Deska still taking some warm-up pitches. We should have visuals in just a few moments. My broadcast partner, Corey Graham, is on his way, and he will have what we need to get the visuals going. But for right now, I hope you just enjoy the audio recording that I'm going to be having here as the throw down to second. So the center fielder, Ethan Owen, I believe, what was announced here. He's going to start this game off against Marek Deska and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Umpires are in position. Deska is ready and on the mound, and he'll look into the catcher. Umpire signals play ball. Here's the first pitch from Marek Deska. Is a ground ball to second, played by the shortstop over to first, and 1 pitch, 1 out, as the leadoff hitter for the Royals is retired. 1 away here in the top of the first. Good start there for Marek Deska and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Josh Garton batting second here for the Guelph Royals. Busy day here at Christie Pits. Here's the pitch from Deska. It's away for ball 1. And ball away from Garton here. Not getting much luck here from the IBL website either. Their rosters don't seem to be updated, so trying to confirm these players here for you. 2-0 is the count now. Deska deals. Here's the pitch. That one is taken for strike 1 on the outside corner. 2-1 the count now. Again, lovely day here at Christie Pits Park. We'll have the visual ready for you in just a few moments. Count now 3-1 as that pitch misses. And here's the 3-1 pitch from Marek Deska to Garton. That's a ground ball up the middle, played by the shortstop. Throw over to first again, and another great play by the Maple Leaf shortstop, and there's 2 away now. So 2 out now, 2 up, 2 down. So Sean Riley now the designated hitter, number 33 for the Guelph Royals. He's the all-time IBL leader in home runs. Merrick Deska, veteran of this league, knows exactly how dangerous he can be. Here's the pitch, and it's taken for strike one to Sean Riley, the big DH of the Guelph Royals here. Digging in the batter's box, and he steps in now. Ready for the 0-1 delivery. Here it comes from Merrick Deska, and that is a swing and a high drive into left field. That one is way out of here. Home run for Sean Riley, and there you see it, just how dangerous the IBL league leader in career home runs right there makes it 1-0 Royals. A towering shot from Sean Riley as he circles the bases to give Guelph a 1-0 lead here early in the first inning. That's too bad for Merrick Deska because he was kind of dealing through those first two batters. Looked like he was going to have a quick 1-2-3 inning here, but Sean Riley, obviously having other ideas, makes it 1-0 Royals. So here's Justin Interessano, first baseman tonight for Guelph. That's a strike called there to Interessano. High fly ball. Center fielder Connor Lewis looks like out there calling it, makes the catch, and that is all she wrote for the Guelph Royals in the top of the first inning. But they get on the board thanks to a solo shot from Sean Riley, who adds to his lead atop the IBL leaderboards with another home run for his great IBL career. So we'll go to the bottom of the first. The Maple Leafs down 1-0 here, and we'll be right back in just a moment, hopefully with visuals. So here we go to the bottom of the first inning here. Still no visuals, sorry about that. It'll be here in just a few moments, I presume. Left-handed pitcher for the Guelph Royals tonight, or today, I should say. I keep getting tonight on my brain here. Grant Tamani leading things off, the second baseman in this one for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And here's the first pitch of the bottom of the first, and that is low for ball one. So Grant Tamani, the second baseman here in this one. He went foul that one off. Along the first base side, goes out of play. So that'll even the count at 1-1. That one taken low for ball two. 2-1 the count now. Absolutely perfect day for baseball here. Not a lot of wind. A lot of sun. Few clouds here and there, but absolutely perfect weather for a game here at Christie Pits Park. And here's the pitch. And that one's grounded fair ball down the left field side. It's going to go all the way to the wall, and Tamani is going to run into second. He's going to have a stand-up double to lead off the bottom of the first inning for the Maple Leafs. Nice piece of hitting. It went right past the third base side. Umpire ruled it fair. It was awfully close, but it was ruled fair by the third base umpire, and Tamani is standing at second base. So runner in scoring position here early. And Justin Mara, the catcher tonight for the Maple Leafs, who has, as usual, led them offensively in this early part of the season here. He'll step in with a runner in scoring position. So a good chance for the Maple Leafs to tie this game or maybe take the lead here. Here's the first pitch. That one is inside for ball one. We see Justin Mara catching every now and then throughout last season, and he's catching here today as well, and he takes that one strike one. So the count 1-1 now to perhaps the Maple Leafs' most dangerous hitter, Justin Mara. League MVP last season, looking to capitalize on it again here. Here's the 1-1, taken inside for strike two. Mara moved out of the way a little bit of that one. I think he was a little surprised that was called a strike, but he never wanted to argue with the umpire. He just stands back in and gets back in the box. And here comes the 1-2 pitch on the way, and that one is inside for ball two, evens the count at 2-2. And Corey Graham, my broadcast partner, has arrived, so we should have visuals in just a moment. Again, we apologize for that. Got to make sure my battery is charged next time. And here's the pitch, called strike three. Mara doesn't like that one. He thought that one was outside, but I guess it caught just enough of the corner to be deemed a strike. So Mara is down here, one away. So now Marcus Connect, the right fielder. Right fielder Connect steps in, the left-handed hitter. Now one away, still runner on second, Grant Tamani. That one is away for ball one. Left-handed pitcher, ready to go. Here's the pitch, and that one is high in the air, into right field. Right fielder looking for it. He makes the catch. Tamani will stay at second. So fly out there for Marcus Connect. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter for the Maple Leafs. Again, I have no lineup, so we're learning this on the fly here. It is John Salazzo, the third baseman for the Maple Leafs. Tied for the team lead in home runs, actually the league lead in home runs early on in this season. He's got a couple along with Justin Mara and a few other players across the league. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss from Salazzo. Salazzo, the third baseman in this one. We're also going to have a bit of a microphone adjustment between these innings, I believe. We're going to get a microphone up and working here. So the sound will be a little bit better. Here's a grounded foul. And just getting ready to go here. That one's fouled off by Salazzo, so it's 0-2 now, the count. Left-handed pitcher, ready. And here's a pitch on the way, and that one is taken high for ball one. Swing and a miss, strike three. Salazzo goes down, and the Maple Leafs strand a runner at second base. So we'll go to the top of the second. The Royals still lead this one by a score of 1-0 as Tamani is stranded at second. We'll be right back after this, and we should have visuals for you in the next inning. All right, we're ready to start the top of the second inning. Angel Villalona going to lead things off here for the Guelph Royals. We're still getting our visuals fixed. Deska pitched. That one's fouled off. It's heading kind of towards us here. Fine. My broadcast partner, Corey Graham, has joined me here, and we are still figuring out the visual issues, and we should have it in just a moment.
Yeah, we're working on that right now. We should have it shortly here.
And we're trying to get things working here.
Well, Villalona moves up to first base. That brings up McLeod, the lefty, stepping in. No outs. As the first pitch to him, that's a called strike, 0-1 count. That one's hit one pretty hard there, but it's straight up in the air to right field. Running in and catching that one. Actually, he drops it. Good run there by the right fielder for the Maple Leafs, but that ball is dropped. Villalona moves up to second. McLeod to first base, and still no out.
That one was dropped out in the outfield there.
Had a nice sound off the bat, but just underneath it there was McLeod. Brings up Keys, the catcher. First pitch is a ball to him. 1-0. 1-0 pitch outside as well. Runners on first and second. No out. Here on this beautiful day at Christie Pits in Toronto. And we're still trying to get this video working for you. Thank you for sticking on the stream. Until then. There's a strike. Probably one of the better days we've seen here lately. It's been a non-stop rain, it seems, in Toronto the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a little crazy, but thankfully we were able to get this one in. Yesterday was awful.
And we're always worried about here at the pits that with the downhill slope, the water ends up down there on the field. It's a shortstop, bobbled, and the runner is going to reach at first, so bases are now loaded with no out. And the catcher coming down out here to calm the pitcher down, but none of this really having to do with Deska. There's a drop ball out in right field, a bobbled ball at shortstop. Now loaded the bases.
So a couple of errors here now for the Maple Leafs have loaded the bases. Nobody out. Not the kind of thing you want to see, especially when you're already down a run.
In steps the left fielder for Guelph. He's got bases loaded, no out.
And apologies again, after this half inning, we're going to reset the stream here, make sure we got it working properly. I know we still don't have visuals. I think it might require a reset here of what we've got going on, but we'll stick around for this half inning and then we'll get things figured out and we'll get live as soon as we're set up and ready to go here.
So if you are staying tuned to the YouTube page, just stay on there, as that is the best place you're going to find the link for the remainder of the game. Again, if you have any comments on the stream or any issues that you're having with the stream, please put them in the comments on the YouTube page. Otherwise, we won't be able to see them. Anything that goes onto the Facebook page while we're streaming is not able to be viewed by us, as there's a strikeout. And that's the first out of the inning.
Big strikeout there for Deska. The base is loaded.
So now that's one out, bases loaded. And the Maple Leafs looking to get out of this jam. First pitch strike.
It's the shortstop Darius Barlas hitting 9th in the order for the Royals here. Got a chance to drive in some runs here. Base is loaded, just 1 out.
There's a liner to right field. That one's going to drop, and it's going to go right to the fence. So Villalona scores from third. The runner coming around from second. Barlas is stand-up double, and 2 RBIs. Gets Guelph on the board here finally in this inning.
Well, there you go. Villalona and McLeod both coming in to score there. It's going to be 2 unearned runs.
This is a roster that the Maple Leafs know very well. They played around against the Guelph Royals in last year's playoffs, and their roster pretty much the same. All the same guys that we've seen. Villalona, Barlas, Keys, McLeod, and Terrasano, and Sean Riley, the veteran, still on this team as well. Former Maple Leaf.
Yeah, a lot of the same roster from last season, this Guelph Royals team, who Toronto met in that first round series, had a great series. Back and forth 5 games. That ended, of course, with the Maple Leafs throwing the first no-hitter in IBL postseason history. That one's fouled off. And towards the cars on Barton Street.
Yeah, and that the guy on the mound was part of that, Merrick Deska.
Yeah, quite a night for the Maple Leafs. Him and Zach Sloan combining for that no-hitter.
In the 100th season of the IBL, it was the first no-hitter thrown in playoff history, I believe. Swing and a miss there. Runners on second and third, 1 out. 2 runs have already come in to score. That one's hit pretty hard. It's a line drive to left field. That's over the fielder's head. Right to the fence. Barlas is coming around third. The ball into home, but that's not going to beat the shortstop in. There's another 2 runs on the board for Guelph. And another stand-up double.
So that's 4 runs in this inning now for the Guelph Royals as Keys and Barlas both come in to score on the RBI double from, I believe it's Austin Owen, the leadoff hitter for Guelph this afternoon.
Here comes the second baseman for the Royals. He's got a runner on second, 1 out. That one outside. Just a reminder again that we will be shutting the stream down and restarting in the next half inning. So stay tuned to the YouTube page so you can grab that link.
We are determined to get this working, and hopefully it won't take us very long to do so. But we don't want to do it in the middle of the action here, so we'll do it in between the innings.
There's one's driven into right center field. That one's going to drop. Runner turning around third, the ball coming in, and he's going to stick at third. Wise decision. There was a nice throw from the outfield. That keeps the runners at first and third. Still 1 out, and 4 runs have come around to score this inning.
Well, it might be best for Maple Leafs fans that we don't have any visuals right now, because it sure isn't pretty what we're seeing on the field as Guelph is having their way in this inning, and it'll bring up Sean Riley.
Sean Riley has hit a lot of home runs in this league. Maple Leafs want to keep this one in the park for sure. His imposing figure stepping into the right-handed batter's box. And here's the first pitch. Riley swinging on that one. That's hit down the right field line and foul. Riley behind on that one. Steps back in with an 0-1 count.
It is a 5-0 score right now in favor of the Royals. 4 runs in the second inning.
This one swung on to right field. Bad read there by the right fielder. He boots it. Another run's going to come in to score. It's going to be another error on the right fielder there. Still one out. And it's 6-5 for the Royals. 6-0. I don't know where that number came from.
If only it were 6-5.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been a very tough inning for the Maple Leafs defensively. Another miscue in right field. I'm not sure if that's going to go down as an error or not, but he definitely misread it out in right field.
Yeah. It took a long time for him to react to the ball there. If he had got it right off the bat, that was a no problem catch. But coming out to the mound now here is Peter Toppoli.
That's Marcus Kinect, by the way, in right field for the Maple Leafs. Misreading that one is he took a step back first and then really had to hustle to get in as the ball was clearly going to drop in front of him, and tried to dive and make the catch and couldn't come up with it.
Riley didn't get very much wood on that ball either. Just the end of the bat, really. It's going to bring up Interessano. Lefty. It's got runners on first and second. Still one out. That one just on the outside part of the plate.
And again, we're going to try to reset this stream at the end of this inning, if it ever ends.
Fouled off, 0-2.
We're going to try to get the visuals working. But as of right now, 5 runs in this inning for the Guelph Royals. And this is officially a bat-around inning, as Interessano's the 9th hitter to come up today. To come up in this inning, I should say.
Calling for it is the center fielder. Shallow center field. Runners are not going to move up. There's the second out.
So that's the second time Interessano's flew out to center field in this game. Now 0 for 2, and it'll bring Villalona back up again.
He was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat earlier this inning. Was not happy about that one. As Eric mentioned, he threw his bat aside. He's got runners on first and second still.
Yeah, he slammed his bat down. He was definitely not happy. So we'll see how it goes here.
Swing and a miss. Had the first pitch, 0-1.
Villalona, last season, Corey, was called up right before the playoffs, or he's brought to the Guelph Royals, I should say, right before the playoffs, and he was very dangerous all through that series.
And that one seemed to catch the catcher in a compromising position.
And Mara's grimacing there, kind of kneeled over, but looks like he's going to try to walk it off. Justin Mara, the catcher for the Maple Leafs in this one.
It looks like that caught a piece of Villalona's bat. Redirected it just enough to catch Mara by surprise. Give him a moment to walk that one off. Villalona, one of the imports on this Guelph team. Maple Leafs tried to pitch around him in the playoffs, and for the most part did a very good job of getting around him. Former Major League prospect.
Definitely a guy to watch for in this Royals lineup. We saw what he was capable of in the series last season, and he's going to go down on strikes there.
Yeah, he definitely strikes out on that one. He just breaks the plane a little bit too much. That's going to be the third out of the inning, but not before Guelph brings around 5 runs in that inning, making it 6-0 to score. We're going to be back in the next half inning, hopefully having visual, and we're going to work on that.
They were
Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen. I think we're got this thing working here. It took us a little bit of that top half of the, or bottom half of the second inning, but we are back here. There's a ground ball. It's going to be played, mishandled, throw over is not going to be in time. So I believe it's Dan Speak there, reaches on a 2-out single. While we were gone, Mike Reeves and Damon Topley made the first 2 outs of the inning. So there's 2 out now, and now a runner on first.
So, correction there. Well, at the plate right now is Greg Carrington, number 15. Saw a little bit of action of him off the bench last season.
So it is Carrington in center field, not Connor Lewis, as I said earlier. Apologize for that. Just used to seeing Connor Lewis in center. So it's Greg Carrington now at the plate. And again, we believe it was Dan Speak who reached on that hit. As mentioned, we haven't gotten any lineups for this game, so we're learning the lineups as we go here. Not always the best way to do it, but
It's actually Ryan Santos, number 32, that's on first base now. One of the newer names on the Maple Leafs roster.
Carrington takes that one away. There's a 6-0 lead for the Guelph Royals here. They had a bunch of runs in that top of the second as we were trying to figure out our visual issues. There's a base hit into left field there for Greg Carrington. So he'll move Santos up to second. So the Leafs have a runner in scoring position here for the number 9 hitter. And we will wait to see who the
Not entirely
9 hitter
sure,
is.
but that's Justin Cicatello's number.
Interesting. We'll see what's announced here. No announcement has been made. And it's a swing fouled off.
Cicatello does have one at-bat recorded this season. He got a hit on it and an RBI. And he also has a walk, so very well could be the usual bullpen arm for the Maple Leafs.
Point streak says it is Cicatello at the plate, so here you go. He's getting some offense in at the bottom of this. The bottom of this Maple Leafs lineup against Fernandez Beltran, the Guelph Royals left-handed pitcher here. Again, we apologize for the issues we were having at the beginning of this game. Looks like they've been resolved now. We may have started a new stream as well, so we may have to send another link. Hopefully not the case, but pitcher having a word with the umpire here. Not sure what it's about. I think the catcher had to go get something fixed on his mask or whatnot. Manager coming out to take a look at the catcher, but look like we're going to get things ready to go here. Umpire's going to step back behind the plate. Cicatello ready to bat here. So Fernandez Beltran back on the mound. Cicatello waiting at the plate. Here's the pitch. That one's taken away. So Santos on second, Carrington at first. Here's the pitch. Runner's going, and he's going to steal third without a throw. So Ryan Santos took a big lead off of second, and he gets into third standing up, no throw.
A good heads-up play there by Santos.
A risky play, certainly, because you never want to get thrown out at third to end an inning, but he takes third base there.
Going a long way to first, and they record the final out of the inning.
Well, for the second straight inning there, the Maple Leafs get a runner in scoring position, but can't drive him in. So they still trail 6-0 as we head to the third inning. And Corey Graham's going to have the call for you when we come back.
Lucy.
Welcome back here in the top of the third inning. Maple Leafs are down 6-0. We look like we have the full roster here now. And stepping in now for Guelph is Jeff McLeod. Came around to score last inning, reached base on an error, and the first pitch to him by Deska is on the outside corner for a strike.
Yeah, Jeff McLeod reached on an error, was dropped in the outfield, fly ball. Outfielder had to make a big run for it, but got all the way there and then dropped the ball. So he reached there and came in to score. The first few batters, the first batter was hit by a pitch in the second inning, and then a couple of errors later, and then a couple of RBI doubles from Barlas and Austin Owen. And that was kind of broke the inning open.
This one grounded to first, covering is Deska, and there's the first out. Good coverage over there by Deska, making a nice easy play for Reeves at first base, and that retires McLeod. Better start to that inning than the last for the Maple Leafs. It's going to bring up Keys, the catcher. Brendan Keys had a scary moment in the playoffs last season against the Maple Leafs. Took a ball right in the head, a fastball right in the head. He was down for quite a bit. That game was in Guelph, and everybody in the crowd held their breath for a moment or two, but he was able to get up under his own power. So.
We were there for that one. It was a scary moment for sure.
He wasn't the only one that took a pitch in the head that game either. Takamatsu on the Maple Leafs also took two of them in the helmet. That one's fouled down the right field line. Foul. Deska working quickly here. He's got one out. That pitch swung on and missed. And a punch out for the second out of the third inning.
A nice start to this inning here. The first two batters sat down.
This brings up Ethan Hammond. Different number than what I have in my books here, so we'll have to wait and see who that is exactly. Ethan Hammond is number 12 in the lineup in that spot. We have number 3 for the Royals up at bat.
Never a dull moment in the IBL.
2 outs in the top of the third. Royals up 6-0. Swing and a miss there. 2 strikes. Deska looking to get through this one quickly. Another swing and a miss. There's 2 strikeouts for Deska in the top of the third, and he goes 1, 2, 3. Need more of that from the Maple Leafs pitchers to keep this game going. We move on to the bottom of the third inning. Maple Leafs down by 6. Grant Tamani and the top of the lineup for the Maple Leafs to start the bottom of the third. That pitch is low. Good eye from Tamani, 1-0. I believe we have confirmation that we were announcing the last batter of the Royals and the top of the third was Ethan Hammond, as this one's down the right field line. It has a chance to land, and it's a couple inches foul.
Yeah, it's Ethan Hammond listed on point streak, but it's a different player's number that was batting. So we think it's Hammond, and if we get confirmation, we'll let you know.
The PA announcer here, Gene Pereira, announced it as Hammond as well. We're going to take his word for it. Back in the box. Just checking the stream here, making sure you guys can see us and hear us okay. If you have any issues with the stream, please let us know in the YouTube comments. Again, we won't be able to see any of the Facebook ones during the stream. This one's fouled off behind first base dugout. Again, please stay tuned to the YouTube stream and any comments there. We will be able to see the Facebook comments after the game, and we will try to work and fix it then, but we would appreciate it if you can say anything in the YouTube comments. This one lined to center field. That one's going to drop. Not much on it there for Tamani, but it's going to work. He's on first base with a single. Good leadoff hit for the Maple Leafs. That's going to bring up their catcher, Justin Mara.
Nice piece of hitting there from Tamani. He's now 2 for 2 in this one. Double in that first inning. And it leads this one off right as well as Justin Mara comes to the plate. And the Leafs have a chance here to kind of cut into this lead a little bit.
We've noticed that the Maple Leafs playing a little bit short today. Their DH is Cicatello, typically a bullpen arm for them. And he is the only guy on the bench for them when they're out in the field. So, obviously, another sign of that is Damon Topley playing in left field, who is typically DH, first base, and occasionally managing this team.
Well, full-time managing this team.
Yeah.
Occasionally playing a bunch of other roles.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I got it backwards. So Damon, kind of a jack of all trades here.
Always willing to do whatever he needs to do to help this team out, and today that means play left field.
Oh, liner down the right side directly to the first baseman. That's going to be an easy double play for the first baseman for the Royals. There's 2 outs. And just an unfortunate luck there for the Maple Leafs, as that is a nice hit by Mara directly at the first baseman. He's also able to get Tamani out at first.
Look what I found play there by the first baseman. Just sticks his glove out and catches a line drive, and then Tamani is dead meat at first base as well.
That's the first pitch strike to Marcus Connect, the right fielder. Third in the lineup for the Maple Leafs. Swing and a miss. He's down 0-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Maple Leafs down by 6. Pitch swung on to left field. That one's going to drop. Another single in the inning for the Maple Leafs. Connect on first. That brings the meat of the order, John Salazzo, the third baseman, up here. He had an excellent week so far. He's the player of the game on Thursday night's game, I believe.
Well, that hit from Connect makes the Mara line drive double play even more frustrating, because you think it was hit hard. You think the Maple Leafs should really have 3 hits in this inning and potentially a run in already, but because it was hit right to the first baseman, it turned into 2 quick outs. So instead of maybe a couple of runs and no out, there's 2 out and just the runner on first for the Maple Leafs.
Mara got a lot of wood on that ball, just unlucky. On the outside part of the plate for a strike, 1-1.
Well, you mentioned it, Salazzo had a couple of home runs in that game. And he's currently tied with a few other players across the league for the home run lead with 2. As Justin Mara also got 2 on the season.
Salazzo's a bat we'd like to see heat up here. We know he has it in him. Didn't start off the year the way he wanted, but maybe he's got it in him now. The pitch to Salazzo. Swung on and missed.
Salazzo getting ready here. Count is 1-2.
That one's outside. Good eye by Salazzo. Not a very windy day here at Christie Pits. Wind blowing a little bit out to left field, as evidenced by the Canadian flag at dead center. Salazzo puts that one down the line. That's fair. That's going to be a double. He turns first. Runner moving up to third. And that's where they're going to stay. So Salazzo out of the stand-up double. Marcus Connect at third base with 2 outs. And Mike Reeves, the first baseman today, coming up to the plate.
Well, they're hitting Fernandez Beltran hard in this third inning. Unfortunately, 2 out because of the bad luck from the hit from Justin Mara. But certainly promising if you're the Maple Leafs here.
Yeah.
Because they're definitely getting a lot of contact on the ball now.
Well, Salazzo, that was an inside pitch, and he just got on it. He got to it quickly, too. Hitting it down the right field line. Just finding its way fair. See what Mike Reeves can do with 2 runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Off the end of the bat, there's strike 1.
No.
Reeves flew out to left field in his first at-bat. He's got a chance now to maybe bring in a couple of runs for the Maple Leafs.
The 0-1 pitch. Good block there by Keys. 1-1. Reeves stepping into the box. Occasionally catcher for the Maple Leafs. Has played for Team Canada in the World Baseball Classic, and he has lots of experience in this game. Swung on. That one's a deep fly ball to left field. Underneath it there are the Royals, and that's going to retire the side. Promising inning there for the Maple Leafs, and some bad luck at first base. It doesn't allow them to score a run. They're still down by 6 as we move on to the 4th inning.
I see you waving.
So here's Darius Barless starting off the top of the 4th inning here for the Guelph Royals. They are up 6-0 on the Maple Leafs here. Deska continuing to work for the Maple Leafs. Here is the first pitch of the 4th, and that was taken for a strike by the number 9 hitter, Barless.
Good showing last inning from Deska, though. Went 1-2-3, and he also got 2 strikeouts in that inning. Good rebound from a 5-run inning in the second.
Yeah, great bounce back inning from Deska, and he'll come back out here again to keep working for the Maple Leafs. And here's the pitch. That one is popped in the air It's going to go into left field. Damon Topley is under it, and he will make the catch in left field. One away. As the manager slash designated hitter slash sometimes first baseman slash now left fielder is there to retire Barless. And he'll bring up the top of the order for the Guelph Royals, Ethan Moen.
I think that title's a little too long to put on a scorecard.
A little bit,
Yeah.
yes. Yes, we'll just list him as the manager and part-time player for the convenience sake.
Utility man.
Exactly. Has a swing and a foul ball. Just got a little piece of it. He fouls it to the backstop. Is Ethan Moen. So that's 5 straight batters, I believe, retired by, or excuse me, 6 straight batters retired by Deska. That one's fouled off. That one goes back behind the backstop, and now the count is 0-2.
Have to pay attention here today at Christie Pits. There's been a lot of balls fouled straight back. Both pitchers work very quickly, so
That's our worst nightmare, to see a ball coming towards our set. Called strike 3. And Moen goes down on strikes as Merrick Desk is continuing to deal at 7 straight retired batters, and it'll bring up Josh Garton.
and Deska has struck out 4 of his last 6.
So Deska rolling. Here's the second baseman, Josh Garton. He is 0 for 2 in this one. And there's a high drive into right field. It's going to go all the way to the wall, and that one is out of here. Home run for Josh Garton. So Merrick Deska, who is cruising right along, retiring 7 straight batters, gives up a home run there to Josh Garton. And it's now a 7-0 lead for the Guelph Royals. That one just kept carrying. It went all the way to the deepest part of the ballpark, that right center field area, and just kept carrying out of here.
And it was a good hit, too. I mean, the wind's blowing the opposite way in the field here today. There's not much of it, so just got all of it there. Garden did. And puts another run up there on the board for the Royals.
So now here's Sean Riley, guy who also has a home run in this one. Designated hitter, the all-time leader in home runs in Intercounty Baseball League history. So Deska knows all about how dangerous he is. And he's ready to deal to him. Count is 1-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a high drive. That one's way out of here. If it stays fair, it's gone. And it is gone. Sean Riley, now the Royals go back-to-back here. That one was an absolute no-doubter as soon as he hit it. The only question was if it was going to stay fair. And it does. So that's a multi-home run game for Sean Riley, who takes Deska deep, and it's now a 8-0 lead for the Guelph Royals.
Yeah, now one out into the soccer fields beyond left field there. Topley did nothing but just watch it go. And that stuck to life for the fans here.
So another home run. They go back-to-back on Merrick Deska. Here comes Justin Terrasano. Here's a pitch. That one is in the dirt. So Sean Riley has done a number on the Maple Leafs in this one. He's got 2 home runs. He's 3 for 3 with 3 RBI. That one's foul.
And another ball hit hard this inning. Deska, who was rolling along here, seemed to have hit a little bit of a rough patch.
Well, Maple Leafs have a pitcher warming up in the bullpen now. Looks like a left-hander out there. Might be Pedro De Los Santos.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing there, Eric.
Certainly looks like it might be him, but we obviously can't get confirmation on that.
And Terrasano at the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Both of them were flyouts to center field.
The ground ball to second, played there by the second baseman. Nice play by Tamani. He throws it over, and that will end the inning. But the Guelph Royals get another 2 runs on back-to-back home runs from Josh Garton and then Sean Riley. So Maple Leafs have a lot of catching up to do. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, 8-0 Royals. We'll be back in a moment. And I just think that is a all-time great baseball name.
name. Yeah.
Yes. So Fernando Fernandez Beltran, or FFB as we're going to call him from here on out, pitches a strike there to Greg Carrington.
He's been having a good game so far. I mean, he's kept the Maple Leafs off the score sheet. He's got a little lucky with, that Justin Mara liner right at first base for a double play.
Another strike there from FFB. So Carrington trying to get something going here. He's choked up on that bat. There's a ground ball to second. It's going to be played by the second baseman over to first in time. So 1-2-3 go the Maple Leafs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Quick inning there for Fernandez Beltran. And we're going to go to the top of the 5th. And Corey Graham is going to have the call for you when we come back. 8-0 Royals at Christie Pits Park. Stay with us.
Villalona up at the plate to start the 5th inning for the Royals. And on the mound now is Pedro de Los Santos. He takes over for Deska, who went 4 innings, giving up 8 runs. Only 6 of them earned, I believe. There's 2 errors for the Maple Leafs there. De Los Santos, a lefty, with some off-speed stuff. He's facing a tough task right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Villalona's a great hitter, and he's been a little frustrated in this game so far, but certainly capable of busting out.
Showing his frustration again at that pitch. De Los Santos trying to stay on that outside corner. Don't want to leave one over the middle of the plate for a hitter like this.
Villalona's 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and struck out. Both of those plate appearances came in the 2nd inning.
This one's popped up to shortstop. Under it is the Maple Leafs. There is Ryan Santos under that one.
Well, that was quite a journey. I think I got lost in the sun there. The sun is right above the ballpark right now.
And
it's a little
especially
tough.
for him at short, it's just on the left side of the field, so that ball would have been right in the sun, for sure. So that's one out. First pitch from De Los Santos is grounded onto second, on to first, and there is two. So there was a quick at bat from Jeff McLeod. 4-3 putout. That's 2 outs in the inning. That brings up the catcher, Brendan Keys.
Brendan Keys, he is 0 for 2. He reached on an error in the second and struck out in the third. See how it goes here against De Los Santos.
Keys is the 7th hitter in the lineup here for the Royals. On deck, we believe, is Ethan Hammond, wearing a different number today.
Yeah, the international man of mystery today. We're not totally sure if it's Ethan Hammond because he's wearing number 3. That is not his listed number on Point Streak, but he's been announced as Ethan Hammond, so we're going with it.
Swing and a miss from Keys. De Los Santos working his way through the lineup so far. Excellent job for the lefty. There's a fastball that catches the inside corner for a strike.
And you know what? I bet it probably is Ethan Hammond on deck because we don't have the lineup card, but Gene Pereira, our in-game announcer, does have it, and he's announced Ethan Hammond, so I'm sure that is who it is.
Brushing the batter off the plate is the Maple Leafs lefty. Full count. 2 out. Top of the 5th, the Maple Leafs down by 8. The pitch from De Los Santos. Swung on, right back up the middle. That's going to be a single for Keys. He stops at first. And there is the first base runner for the Royals in the 5th inning.
Right up the middle for Ethan Hammond, and you see a lot of those up the middle hits die in the grass in the infield, but that one went right off the mound, so no issues there for Keys. It goes right up the middle into center field.
Right back up the dirt, leading to the mound. So the lefty now on to Ethan Hammond, number 8 hitter. Starts him off with a strike, 0-1. Keys is a catcher, but he's got some speed at first base. The 0-1 pitch, low, 1-1.
Hammond 0 for 2 in this one. He's got 2 strikeouts. Didn't have much luck against Marek Deska, so we'll see how he fares against De Los Santos. This lefty-on-lefty matchup here.
Low again, 2-1. Looking over to first. Swing and a miss there from Hammond. 2-2. De Los Santos taking his time on the mound here. Looking to get out of this inning. Sign from Mara. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. There's another strikeout for Hammond. De Los Santos gets out of the inning. And we're moving on to the bottom of the 5th. The Royals up by 8. All right, so we start this inning with Cicatello for the Maple Leafs. Fernando Fernandez still on the mound, FFB, as Eric has taken to calling him.
Fernando Fernandez Beltran.
He's been doing a pretty good job so far. The lefty been rolling his way through the Maple Leafs lineup. They have managed to get 6 hits, but no runs out of them. Swung on by Cicatello. That's fouled straight back.
They had, sorry Corey, they had that 1/3 inning. The Maple Leafs had a lot of hard hit balls all over the field against Fernandez Beltran. But unfortunately, one was hit right to the first baseman. He was able to double up Tamani at first, and that kind of killed any momentum they had as Cicatello strikes out there.
Designated hitter Cicatello gets rung up. That'll bring us back to the top of the order. Grant Tamani, the second baseman, stepping in. He had a nice hit ball in that inning you mentioned, Eric. He's looking in at the first pitch. And that one is in the bottom end of the strike zone. 0-1.
Tamani's 2 for 2 in this one. He got a double in the first, single in the third. He led off both of those innings. Here he got second.
Swung on to right field. Over for it. And making the catch is the right fielder for the Royals. That's 2 out.
Yeah, it was Jeff McLeod in right field there for the Guelph Royals making that catch. Randall had to run a long way to go get it, but it hung in the air long enough for him to get under it. Unfortunately for the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, he's playing quite a bit off the line there for that right-handed hitter. It's not the first time he's had to run that far for a hit. Topley had a couple foul balls down the line there that McLeod had to go for. First pitch strike. High in the zone. This is Justin Mara at the plate, the catcher. Swung on. That one's a line drive to right field. It's going to the fence, and it's over. The Maple Leafs are on the board. The catcher, Justin Mara, with a solo shot here in the 5th inning. And the score is now 8-1 for the Royals.
Was just about to mention Mara, the reigning league MVP. And that's why, with hits like that, that one was lined out of here. That one went out quickly. And the Maple Leafs are finally on the board here, courtesy of Mara, who gets his 3rd home run of the season, which I believe leads the league.
Yeah, depending on what other games have happened today, it looks like Justin Mara is leading the league in home runs now. Hopefully this will put some energy into the Maple Leafs lineup as the right fielder, Marcus Connect, steps in, trying to follow up that solo home run by Justin Mara. Good eye on the first pitch. It's 1-0.
You could hear the chants from the Bushmen down in the left field corner there after that Mara home run got out of here. They always liven it up a little bit at Christie Pits. That one's
this
gone
one's
too.
hit hard to left field. This one's out of here for sure. Hitting the light post on the way out. There's another solo shot. It's 2 runs for the Maple Leafs in this inning, and it looks like they've got their energy.
And again, you hear the Bushmen going, that was a moonshot. That one actually hit the light pole out there and bounced back into the ballpark. Unbelievable display of power there from Marcus Connect.
And you heard that one ring out throughout the field here in Christie Pits. He got all of that one. What a hit by Connect. 2 solo home runs back to back. And this brings up the 3rd baseman who's got some power, John Salazzo.
Unbelievable right there. A towering blast. My goodness.
While FFB seemed to avoid some damage early on, but Maple Leafs starting to get to him here. 1-0 pitch is outside, 2-0.
It's John Salazzo. He's got a couple of home runs this season as well. Going to try to join Justin Mara in the 3 home run club here.
Swung on, fouled back behind the plate. 2-1. Salazzo riding a hot streak right now. He was the player of the game in their last game. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on. This one to left field. That's going to touch down. Just foul. Couple inches inside the line there. That could have been a nice double there for the third baseman.
That one just kept carrying, and it looked like it was maybe going to drop in fair, but it just kept carrying a little too much and eventually landed in foul ground. So tough break there for Salazzo.
That makes the count 2-2. The left-handed hitter stepping back into the box here. He's going to take his time, settle things down here a little bit. Fernando Fernandez, FFB, on the mound. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back.
It hit the railing along the slope here at Christie.
Down to end the inning. That's not before back-to-back solo home runs by Justin Mara and Marcus Connect. That gets the Maple Leafs on the board. The Royals are still up 8-2 as we head on to the 6th inning. Eric Pencala will be on the call.
To the top of the 6th inning we go here. It is an 8-2 lead for the Guelph Royals over the Toronto Maple Leafs. Pedro de los Santos out for his 2nd inning of work here. We'll start things off here with a number 9 hitter in the Guelph lineup, Darius Barlas. Barlas is 1 for 2 in this one. Had a double back in the 2nd. Scored 2 RBI and came around to score. That one's fly out to right field. Marcus Connect makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Quick out here for De Los Santos and the Maple Leafs. That'll bring up the top of the order, the center fielder Ethan Moen. He is 1 for 2 as well. Had a 2 RBI double of his own in the 2nd inning.
De Los Santos hoping for the same result with this batter.
See how it goes here. This is Moen's first look at De Los Santos in this game. He takes that one high for ball 1. Here's a pitch. That one is away for ball 2. 2-0 now. It is a beautiful day here at Christie Pits Park. A lot of fans coming out to support the Maple Leafs and watch them take on the Guelph Royals. That one's went around, says the home plate umpire, taken for strike 1. Obviously, City of Toronto had a lot to celebrate yesterday. The Raptors moving on to the NBA Finals. And now a lot of fans out here today to support the Maple Leafs as well. So it's been a great weekend of sports already for the City of Toronto. See if the Maple Leafs can keep it going here. Here's the pitch from De Los Santos. That one is away or inside for ball 4. So Moen reaches on a walk, I believe, Corey. That might be the first walk of the game.
I think you're right. Well, there's a hit by pitch. That was Villalona that reached. But other than that, I think that's our first base on balls.
Not often you see that in the IBL. Usually doesn't take 6 innings to see a walk, but that's what happens here as Moen reaches, and now Josh Garton will step up against De Los Santos. Speaks volumes to the job that Deska and for an FFB, I'm just going to call him because it's easier, have done in this game as the starting pitchers. They've been able to stay controlled.
For people who may have missed that, we're referring to the starting pitcher for the Guelph Royals, Fernando Fernandez Beltran.
An all-time baseball name, right up there with Socrates Burrito and some other great ones. Here's the pitch from De Los Santos. That one is inside. So I mentioned the Toronto Raptors, the city of Guelph, who obviously the Maple Leafs taken on today. They have a lot to celebrate in sports lately too. As runners going, there's a ground ball through the right side for a base hit. Moen, with his speed, is going to end up at third as he was going on that pitch. So now the Royals have runners on the corners with just one out here in the 6th inning. As I was mentioning, Guelph has had a lot to celebrate lately as well, as the Guelph Storm from the OHL made a crazy playoff run, won the OHL championship, and went on to the Memorial Cup. They would end up losing a couple of nights ago to Rui Naranda. That ends their season, but certainly a lot for Guelph to be proud of as well in sports over the last couple of weeks.
Well, they got two good teams over there. They got this the Guelph Royals team. They got the Guelph Storm.
That one's taken away for ball one.
Toronto's seen a lot of the Royals, as we mentioned. You had a playoff game against them last season. I think they may have faced them twice in a row in the playoffs against in the first round against Guelph.
It was a great first round series last year against the Guelph Royals, and it was great for the Royals too. Seeing that the year before they had to fold, they just weren't making enough money. You're not exactly sure what it was, but they were forced to fold up halfway through the season. So for them to come back again and get the 5 seed, I believe it was, in the playoffs, and really have a nice competitive series with the Maple Leafs is good to see. So good to see some stability coming back to the IBL.
Yeah, and any team you support, you like to see stability in the IBL. It's a league that's been around for 101 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And, we just see the Burlington herd move over to Welland. And we're hoping that they have some stability there now.
That one's taken in the dirt by Sean Riley. Yeah, you always want to see stability with all the teams across the IBL, because it's obviously better for the league that they've got 8 competitive teams who are all capable of making a run.
Yeah.
And we've seen a lot of, obviously the Baycats have won the last 5 years, and before that, the last 6 before that was the Brantford Red Sox. So we need to get a little bit more competitive teams and make it a little bit more fun for the fans. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt, and that one is ball 4. So mentioned the first walk of the game coming in this 6th inning. There's the second as Riley takes first base. And that will bring up Justin Interessano.
And, a lot of this stability is with the support that these teams get from the fans. It has a lot to do with the people that watch this stream, the people that come out to this game, these games here in Toronto. Remember, they are free to come out to. You can just to sit here out at Christie Pits, and we do appreciate the people that watch at home for these, but it's a lot about the support.
Absolutely. The IBL wouldn't exist without their great fans that come out and support all their teams. So here's Interessano. There's a drive, and that one's going to go foul. Well hit ball from Interessano, but pulls it a little too much. So the base is now loaded for the Royals, and still just one out. Moen at third, Garton at second, Riley at first. Interessano the batter. De Los Santos in a bit of a tight spot here, going to try to get out of it. Maybe induce a ground ball, because you don't have a lot of speed between Riley at first and Interessano the batter. Here's the pitch. That one's low, taken for a ball.
We got the corners in right now. Reeves at first, and Salazzo at third.
Definitely playing for potentially throw the runner out at home. That one's in the dirt as well. And you can see De Los Santos keeping the ball low, trying not to put anything in the air, because anything in the outfield is probably is more than likely a run with Moen's speed.
And he's making Justin Morrow work. He's had to block a couple here.
De Los Santos has to get back in the strike zone here. Here's the pitch on the way. In the dirt as well. That one gets by Mara. Moen is, and that's ball 4 anyway, so Moen's going to come in to score. That one got by Mara, but ball 4 anyway, so De Los Santos walks in a run here, and the Royals add to their lead. And now it'll bring up the very dangerous Angel Villalona.
De Los Santos trying to pick the corners a little bit here. Now he's got himself in a situation where he's got a good hitter at the plate. Saving grace, as you mentioned, Eric, there's not too much speed on the bases or at the plate. So hoping he can drive a ground ball here.
So here is Villalona. Count now 1-0. And here's the pitch. That one is taken for ball 2. De Los Santos struggling with his consistency. You got to find the strike zone here. Count is now 2-0 to Villalona. Base is still loaded. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled off. Villalona has been frustrated at the plate a lot this game so far. He was hit by a pitch his first inning, slammed the bat down, and then struck out in his next appearance and threw the bat down and his helmet down after that as well. And then his last at bat, he popped it up. Popped it up to the shortstop. That one's in the dirt as well. Now the count, I believe, is 3-1. De Los Santos in danger of walking in another run here.
I noticed Villalona has been behind the ball a little bit here. Everything he's fouled off has been down the first base side.
Ground ball foul by Villalona, so the count's now 3-2. It is a 9-2 lead for the Guelph Royals right now. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Bases are loaded. De Los Santos, the pitcher. Villalona, the batter. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. So Villalona staying in there. And this is if you're De Los Santos here, you got to think that Villalona's pretty consistently swinging at these pitches. He really wants to make contact. You can tell he's a little bit frustrated. So you can use that to your advantage if you're De Los Santos. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one is way inside, and it's ball 4. Even Villalona doesn't swing at that one. And it walks in another run, makes it 10-2.
It's also, I don't get why they're so ugly.
Yep. 6th inning here, and it's a 10-2 lead now for the Guelph Royals. It'll bring up Jeff McLeod, the right fielder. And now we're going to have a mound visit here as the Maple Leafs want to chat with De Los Santos.
You guys talking about broadcasting?
Yep, we stream the game.
But you're not talking at this moment?
He is.
Okay. What inning is it?
6th.
And who's winning?
So they're having a bit of a mound meeting here.
If you lose in the August, how can they be winning?
Yeah.
What can you do?
And,
No problem.
Coach is going to have a chat, and he'll go back to the dugout here. It is a 10-2 lead now for the Royals. Bases are still loaded, and now Jeff McLeod is the batter, the right fielder in this one. McLeod is 0 for 3, but he did reach on an error and score back in the 2nd inning. Here's the pitch from De Los Santos. That one is taken for strike 1 on the outside corner.
I mean, if you're going to be in this gym, these are the guys you want. These are the meat of the lineup for Guelph. They don't have much speed. If you can induce a ground ball, we've said it a couple of times in these last few batters, but you can hope for that double play, home to first, or whatever bag at this point.
Count's now 0-2. De Los Santos trying to get out of it. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul. Over near the Royals dugout there, or near the Royals bullpen, I should say.
You got somebody up, not warming up, but just stretching out. Probably not thinking about taking out FFB anytime soon, but we got a guy getting ready for sure.
Maple Leafs also have a guy in the bullpen. Here's the pitch. Popped in the air, foul. Coming near us, but it's going to be right below us there.
These batters are making De Los Santos work here.
Still 0-2 count. Here's a pitch. That one is in the air. It's going to be playable, but it might be in no man's land. Carrington running in. He makes the catch. And that's a big out for the Maple Leafs as Garton has to hold at third. Or excuse me, Riley has to hold at third. So now 2 out, and the batter is Brendan Keys, the catcher.
Keys is 1 for 3. He had a single in his last at bat. He also reached on an error in the second inning and came around to score.
Here's the pitch from De Los Santos. Taken for strike 1.
He had a strikeout swinging in between there.
Here's the 0-1. Taken for strike 2. So a couple of quick strikes from De Los Santos, and he's getting in a groove. He's ready to go. And here is the 0-2 pitch. Working quickly. Strike 3 called. De Los Santos does his business in that at-bat. 3 quick strikes. And just like that, the inning is over. But the Guelph Royals get another couple of runs to make it a 10-2 lead. So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Maple Leafs still have a lot of catching up to do. We'll be right back in a moment. Here we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's gotten a little bit windy here all of a sudden at Christie Pits Park. Mike Reeves will come up to bat here as Fernando Fernandez Beltran is still on the mound for the Guelph Royals. Here's the pitch. That one is high and inside, ball 1.
It's got a little bit of a wind tunnel here right now because I'm looking at the flags in center field. Looks like it's blowing out to left, but feels like the wind's coming in from that direction.
That's going to drop in, and that is just foul. The Maple Leaf bullpen is livid. They thought it looked fair, and honestly, it looked fair from up here. Definitely looked like it hit at least the chalk.
Yeah, it looked like there was a gap between the line and the ball there on the fair side of the field, but it's hard to see things from up here, but the bullpen who was standing right there seemed to think otherwise.
But the bullpen's got the better view of maybe anybody. They certainly all thought it was fair, but umpire sees it a different way, so Reeves is back at the plate. But yeah, up here, it certainly looked like there was some space between where the ball landed and that chalk, and of course, if it hits the chalk at all, it's a fair ball. But umpire sees it differently, and so Reeves is back at the plate. So here's the pitch from FFB, called strike.
So Reeves having to collect himself here, get back in.
There's a pitch. Line drive right at the first baseman in Terrasano. He has to jump up and make the catch. So Reeves is retired after it looked like he may have reached on that hit out into left field, but called foul by the umpire. So now 1 away, and here comes Damon Toppoli. The left fielder in this one. Here's the first pitch from FFB, and it's a base hit into center field for Damon Toppoli. So
top
he's at
three.
first base.
He's having to play here kind of out of necessity today. Nobody on the bench, so he's playing left field and done a great effort of it so far. That's his first hit.
So that will bring up Ryan Santos, the shortstop in this one. Yeah, you mentioned the Leafs are a little undermanned today, as Ryan Santos, we haven't seen him much this year and last year. He's at shortstop, and there's a ground ball over to third base to second for one, not in time to turn the double play. So Topley retired at second, and Santos will reach on a fielder's choice. So you mentioned Leafs undermanned here. Justin Cicatello, who's normally a starting pitcher or a bullpen arm maybe for the Maple Leafs, is the designated hitter, the number 9 hitter in this one.
Right. Take a moment to mention that snag there by Villalona. That ball kicked up off the infield grass and almost got away from him. He was still able to snag it. This infield dirt here at Christie Pits is not easy to field balls on, and that was an excellent grab.
Yeah, the dirt a little bit notorious here for eating up some fielders, but Villalona did a good job there. He was able to turn that double, or turn the first half of that double play just a little. Not able to turn Santos at first, but good play nonetheless from Villalona as Carrington fouls that one off.
Hard hit foul ball there. Got to keep your eye out at Christie Pits.
And as we head into the 7th inning, we should mention, Corey, this might be your last inning today. You've got a run. You have a prior engagement. So
yep, I got a jet, but Eric will be with you here for the rest of the game. We'll likely be back on the air next weekend here.
Yeah, the Maple Leafs have a game on Wednesday here at Stadium, but I don't think either of us are going to be able to make it to that one, unfortunately. So we're going to let you know now. We'll also post on the day just so everyone's aware. Of course, if plans change, we'll be sure to be there for the game, but the way it's looking now, it's not looking like that's going to be likely.
Yeah, we'll usually post the links for every game we're at about half an hour to 15 minutes before the game. You can always check the Facebook group for the IBL fans.
That one's fouled off by Carrington.
Again, the Facebook group for the IBL fans will also usually try to get it on the Maple Leafs Twitter page. If not, you can also follow our personal Twitter pages. Mine is at Corey Graham Media.
And I am at Eric Pinkella. Nice and easy for you. Penkala is how you spell my last name, in case you're wondering. So Carrington still at bat here. Count is 1-2. And here comes the pitch from Fernandez Beltran. 1-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball through the right side of the infield for a base hit for Greg Carrington. Santos is going to hold up at second. So now the Maple Leafs have another runner in scoring position here as Carrington's got himself a 2-hit night.
And it looked like Santos might have made that turn to third, but just didn't have the jump. Had a little stutter step at second base. So,
well, the ball just barely got through the infield. Again, it died on that infield grass here at Christie Pits, but it still has just enough juice to squeak through and get by both the fielders. So here is, we mentioned, the designated hitter in this one, Justin Cicatello. Normally a pitcher for the Maple Leafs, but he's stepping in here. He's got a hit on the season already. Came in an earlier game as a swing and a miss. He's 0 for 2 in this one.
Yeah, prior to the game, he was 1 for 1 with a walk, an RBI.
FFB on the mound still for the Guelph Royals. Here's the pitch to Cicatello. That one's taken for ball 1. Evens the count. Again, a 10-2 lead for the Guelph Royals here. The Maple Leafs trying to cut into the lead a little bit in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Fouled off by Cicatello.
When you're not used to standing in the box, it's hard to just get right back into it. Cicatello got a nice swing, but behind in the count here.
Who's playing?
The Toronto Maple Leafs and the Guelph Royals. It's
Here's the
intercounty
pitch.
baseball.
Oh, is it? Yeah. So
In the dirt, the runners are going to move up here
Okay.
as that ball got away from the catcher. As you can see, Keys had to deal with the ball in the dirt, and he let it bounce away from him a little too much. So Santos and Carrington will move up on the base paths. So now there's 2 runners in scoring position, and the count is 2-2 to the number 9 hitter, Justin Cicatello. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. Cicatello goes down on strikes, and Fernandez Beltran gets out of it without giving up any more runs. And he gets the handshake from his manager on the way out, so that might signal that his night has come to an end. As you can see, he's getting some congratulations from his teammates as he comes off, so that's probably it for him. But that's it for the Maple Leafs in the bottom of the 6th inning, and Corey, I believe that's it for you as well.
Yep.
So good to see you, and we will see you for next Sunday at least, if not Wednesday. And we will be right back after this. I'm going to be sticking with you guys for the rest of this game. It is a 10-2 lead for the Guelph Royals here as we head to, I believe, the 7th inning. Stay tuned. All right, to the 7th inning we go here.
They like you for whatever.
Ethan Hammond's spot has been taken over. It's Ben Reed, I believe, was the name introduced by Gene Pereira. Swing and a miss there from Reed. So Ben Reed now will take over for Ethan Hammond in left field. So here is the pitch. Fouled off. It's going to head over in our direction, but fouled off past the backstop. And the pitcher now is interesting, is Justin Cicatello for the Maple Leafs. So he's now pitching. He was the designated hitter, so that leads me to believe that the Maple Leafs have foregone or given up their designated hitter position. There's a ground ball to second plate and thrown over by Grant Tamani, so there's one away here, which means that maybe Cicatello is going to finish off the rest of the game and keep batting as well. But regardless, if the designated hitter position's been given up, which I believe is what happens now in this case, then whoever's pitching for the Maple Leafs is also going to be expected to hit. So in either way, Reed grounds out there to Tamani, and now Darius Barless will step in. The shortstop in this one, he fouls that one off, and that one is going to be going into the Maple Leafs bullpen there. So Cicatello now the batter as Pedro de los Santos goes 2 innings. Again, it is a 10-2 lead here for the Guelph Royals. And Cicatello coming in to try to stop the bleeding here. That one's fouled off the backstop by Barlas. Barlas is 1 for 3 in this one. He had a 2 RBI double back in the second inning. Since then, he's flown out a couple of times. And my name is Eric Pinkella. I'm with you here. My broadcast partner, Corey Graham, is off for the rest of this game here. He's able to call a few innings with me, but on his way to other engagements that he's involved in. So I'll be with you for the rest of this game here, as Cicatello is going to try to get through this inning here. Here's the pitch. That one is in the air. It's going to be playable for John Salazzo, the third baseman. He makes the catch, and there's 2 away here. So that'll bring up the top of the order, Ethan Moen, the center fielder for the Royals here. So Moen will step in. He's had a big night as well. He's only 1 for 2, but he had a 2 RBI double back in the second. He would come around to score as well. That one is behind him. Ball 1 to Moen. Struck out in the 4th and then walked and came around to score back in the 6th inning. So he's been a solid leadoff man for the Royals in this game here. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Moen. Ground ball up the middle. It's going to be playable for Tamani. He's going to throw it over quickly and in time to get Ethan Moen. So the Maple Leafs retire Moen for the first time since the 4th inning. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Justin Cicatello and the Toronto Maple Leafs. But they've got some catching up to do. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is a 10-2 lead for the Guelph Royals. We'll be back in just a moment. Leading off the bottom of the 7th here, and Tamani's drilled on the first pitch. So he's going to take first base. It's a new pitcher for the Guelph Royals as well, the right-hander. Just trying to get confirmation of the name of the pitcher. Once I have that, I'll pass it on to you. But it's a 10-2 lead here for the Guelph Royals. Justin Mara now the batter, with Tamani at first after being hit by that pitch, the first pitch of the game from this new Royals pitcher. And Mara takes a first pitch strike. Mara's got a home run in this one. Here's the pitch to Mara. That one's grounded right in front of the mound. It's going to be played by the pitcher. He'll throw it over and off the plate. Off the base goes the first baseman. So it's a throwing error on the pitcher. And Mara's going to reach here. And now there's runners at first and second with nobody out. And the meat of the order coming up, Marcus Connect, who's already got a home run in this one as well, will come up here. So that's going to be an E1 as Mara is aboard. And Tamani stands at second, and Marcus Connect will come up here. Marcus Connect hit a towering, and I mean towering, home run back in the 5th inning. It went off of the light post in left field. The very top of one of the lights at the top of the post. It was a monster shot. And I wonder how far it would have gotten if that light post wasn't there. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled off. And this new pitcher for the Guelph Royals having some trouble early on here. Again, trying to get confirmation of the name. Elsewhere around the league right now, there's a few games going on. The Jackfish up 8-2 on the London Majors. That game is in the top of the 9th at Labatt Park. Kitchener Panthers lead the Brantford Red Sox 4-2 in the 7th at Arnold Anderson in Brantford. And in Hamilton right now, it is a 5-0 lead for the Barrie Baycats over the Cardinals. So all the IBL teams in action right now. Here's the pitch to Connect, and that one is foul and going out of play here behind the backstop. Again, a 10-2 lead for the Guelph Royals here at Christie Pits Park. And Connect still the batter. The Maple Leafs trying to get within striking distance. Here's the pitch. High for a ball. And here's the pitch. Line drive off the third baseman's glove, and that's a fair ball. Tamani's going to score, and the Maple Leafs catch a break as that ball went right off of Villalona's glove. And it was hit hard enough. I'm going to call it an RBI single for Marcus Connect. So the Maple Leafs catch a break there. And now Mara is at second. Connect is at first for John Salazzo, who already has 2 home runs this season, looking to add a third. And time is called, and it's a balk that's called, so the runners are going to move up. And this new pitcher for the Royals is having all kinds of trouble as the Maple Leafs are threatening now. And the Bushmen out in left field are having a blast. And the manager going out to get an explanation from the umpire. And the pitcher doesn't quite understand it either. He's trying to wonder what it is he did. Didn't even look like he was going to throw a pitch, but the umpire quickly calls a balk. So now the Maple Leafs have runners at second and third. And still nobody out. And Salazzo now, the golden opportunity to get the Maple Leafs back in this game. It's now 10-3. There's the pitch, called strike one. That one looked like it was outside, but I guess it caught enough of the corner. Salazzo steps back in now. 0-1 is now the count. And pitcher's ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike two. Here's the pitch, taken away for a ball. again, still getting confirmation of the Royals pitcher's name. Once I have it, I will pass it on to you. There's a grounder, foul. I think part of the bat broke off of that one, so Slaus is going to go get a new bat. So they'll go get some new lumber. Mike Reeves is on deck for the Maple Leafs.
Somewhere by like 5 minutes. Wait.
Oh.
Somewhere like.
So the pitcher's name for the Royals is Joel Espinal. He's the right-hander on the mound right now for the Royals. And here's the pitch. Fouled back by Salazzo, and almost got a couple of fans' heads there, but thankfully everyone's okay. Salazzo having a nice little at-bat here. So Espinal struggling to get through this inning, still has no outs. Maple Leafs have already scored a run. Runners at second and third here. Here's the pitch to Salazzo. Line drive, well hit, base hit through the right side. Mara comes in to score. Connect goes to third. And it's 10-4 Maple Leafs. So the Maple Leafs have something going here in the bottom of the seventh. So it's an RBI base hit for John Salazzo. And that'll bring up Mike Reeves. So Reeves will step in here. Reeves is 0 for 3 in this game. A couple of flyouts and a lineout. And he takes that one. And Espinal continuing to struggle here. It's a hard-throwing pitcher, is Espinal, but Maple Leafs have figured him out so far. And this is what the Maple Leafs need here to try to get back into this game. Take it at-bat by at-bat. Here's the pitch to Reeves. In the air. Might be playable. The shortstop coming in, and he'll make the catch. So there's one away here as Reeves is retired. That's the shortstop, Darius Barlas, making the catch for Guelph. And there's one away. So that'll bring up the left fielder in this one, Damon Toppoli. Topoli's 1 for 3, had a base hit in his last at-bat. And he'll come up against Espinal and swings and misses for strike 1. Again, we mentioned Espinal is hard-throwing pitcher. Maple Leafs haven't seen him this season, of course. Didn't see him in the series with Guelph last year. There's a fly ball into right field, into no man's land, but the right fielder coming in and making the catch. And almost thinking about tagging there was Marcus Connect. He gets back to third base, and now there's 2 out. Right fielder Jeff McLeod making that catch. So Toppoli is retired, and that'll bring up Ryan Santos. Santos is 1 for 3. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the 7th inning, had a base hit in the 2nd. Also had a stolen base in this one. Santos steps in. That one's in the dirt for ball 1. So Espinal has had a rough inning, but he's going to try to get out of it with limited damage. He's only given up 2 runs. Maple Leafs looking for more. Still runners on first and third, but 2 out now. Here's the pitch. That one is taken for a strike. Looked a little high, but gets the benefit of the call from the home plate umpire. Standing in again. Here is the pitch from Espinal. That one is taken for strike 2. Another one right on the corner. Santos will step right in again. Count 1 and 2. And here's the pitch on the way from Espinal. In the dirt, low for ball 2. I believe the count is even now, 2-2. Connect at third, Salazzo at first. 2 out now. It is now 10-4 lead for the Guelph Royals. And Espinal gonna look like tie his shoe or something. Step off the mound and collect himself. Again, it's a gorgeous day here at Christie Pits Park. Perfect day for baseball. Yesterday we had a thunderstorm all through the day, so I was wondering if we were going to be able to get this game in, but perfect weather today, and the field has never looked better. And here's the pitch from Espinal. Line drive foul off the bat of Ryan Santos. So he stays alive. Got some good contact on it, but was a little late. So Espinal has been taking his time between pitches. He waits there for Villalona to get set up at third base again. And he's ready to go. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Santos goes down on strikes. And Joel Espinal had a really tough start to the inning, but he's able to get out of it with minimal damage. The Maple Leafs do score 2 runs. So it's a 10-4 game here as we're going to head to the top of the 8th inning. Still a lot of work for the Maple Leafs to do here. But they're within striking distance, down 6. We'll be right back in a moment. All right, to the top of the 8th inning we go here. It is a 10-4 lead for the Guelph Royals over the Toronto Maple Leafs. Josh Garton going to lead things off for the Royals. Judson Cicatello still on the mound for the Maple Leafs. The 2nd inning of work coming up here. Maple Leafs down by 6. Got a lot of work to do in these last 2 innings. But first off, have to take care of business in the top half of this 8th inning. So Garton steps in here, the 2nd baseman in this one for the Royals. And here is the pitch from Cicatello. Popped up in the air. It's going to be playable for the center fielder, Greg Carrington. He's under it, and he makes the catch, and there's 1 away. 1 quick out here in this 8th inning. That'll bring up Sean Riley, the designated hitter, who's got 2 home runs in this game already. And he is 3 for 3 in this one. 2 home runs, an RBI single, and a walk back in the 6th inning. So he's got 3 RBIs on the night. Or excuse me, this doesn't look like Sean Riley. It looks like they might have a designated or a pinch hitter here. Yeah, it's number 30. Not going to wait for the introduction of who this is. Sean Riley looks to be out of the game now. It's got to be good news for the Maple Leafs. So here's the pitch to the mystery batter, and that's ball 1. Again, going to try to get confirmation on who this is. But he is the new designated hitter as it appears right now. It's a ball inside. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Cicatello. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2. So Cicatello trying to make quick work of this 8th inning here against this new designated hitter. Again, just trying to get confirmation on who this is, but here's the pitch from Cicatello. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and down he goes on strikes. So here comes Justin Interessano with 2 out now. When Interessano steps in, there's a line drive right to first base. And just like that, a very quick inning for Justin Cicatello and the Toronto Maple Leafs. So they take care of business in the 8th inning, but they've got some work to do as they still down 6 runs. It is a 10-4 lead for the Guelph Royals, and we'll be right back in a moment. Greg Carrington leading things off here
How are you today?
for the Maple Leafs in the bottom of the 8th inning, down 6 runs. It's a 10-4 lead for the Guelph Royals here. And the Maple Leafs are going to try to get things going here. It's a foul ball. It's going to go out of play into the stands. Carrington's 2 for 3 in this one. He's got a couple of base hits. New pitcher for the Guelph Royals, Rodriguez.
For the Maple Leafs. In the bottom of the 8th inning, down 6 runs.
So Rodriguez here, here's the pitch. That one's taken away. Carrington standing in here. Here's the pitch from Rodriguez. And that one plunks Carrington, so he's going to go to first base. So the Maple Leafs have their leadoff runner aboard again here. As Carrington reaches.
Okay.
So here's Justin Cicatello, designated hitter, who's really not the designated hitter anymore. He's the pitcher. The Maple Leafs he started the day off as the designated hitter and now is taking the mound. So by rule, the Maple Leafs have given up their designated hitter spot in the lineup. There's a ground ball bumbled by the second baseman, so we can only go to first. He gets it in time for retire Cicatello. So Josh Garton there at second base, able to get the out, but bumbles it initially, which may have allowed Carrington to get to second, so they weren't able to turn the double play. So Grant Tamani, the leadoff hitter for the Maple Leafs, will come up to the plate. He's had a good night at the plate. Here's the pitch from Rodriguez, away for ball 1. Tamani's 2 for 3 in this one, double in the first, single in the third. He's also hit by a pitch in his last at bat and came around to score. There's the pitch, and that one is away for ball 1. Ball 2, excuse me. So Tamani's standing in. Rodriguez gets set. Here's the pitch. That one's taken for a strike. Counts now 2-1. Again, 10-4 lead for the Guelph Royals. Maple Leafs trying to get some runs here. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. That one gets by the catcher, so Carrington's going to move up to third. So Carrington now at third base, and Tamani still batting. The count is now 3-1. Justin Mara, Maple Leafs' most dangerous hitter, is on deck. He's got a home run in this one already. So Tamani trying to get on base here, and he takes a strike. So the count is full, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tamani, 3-2 pitch, popped up in the air, playable for the second baseman, and he makes the catch, and Carrington stays at third. So now with 2 out, here comes Justin Mara. Josh Garton, second baseman, making that catch, and now Mara will step up here, runner on third. The reigning league MVP, Justin Mara, has a home run already in this one. It's his only hit of the game. He's 1 for 3. He also reached on an error in the last inning. There's a line drive and just foul, says the first base umpire. Crowd is into this one. They're trying to get the Maple Leafs back in it. Down 6 runs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 10-4 the score in favor of Guelph. Here's the pitch from Rodriguez. Away for a ball. Rodriguez ready. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. bumbled by Garton again, and he's not going to get Mara at first. So a runner comes in to score. Carrington scores. Mara reaches on another error from Josh Garton, the second baseman. And that's 2 he's bobbled in this inning, and that leads directly to the Maple Leafs getting a run. So it's an unearned run for the Maple Leafs as Carrington comes in to score. And for the second straight inning, Justin Mara reaches base on an error. So it's 10-5 now. So 10-5 is the score. And now Marcus Connectup, who also hit a home run in this one. A moonshot that went off of the top lights in the light posting in left field. Absolute monster shot. So here's the pitch from Rodriguez. That one's away. So it's now a 5-run game here, with Mara at first base. Next standing in. Waiting for the pitch from Rodriguez. It's a lot high pop up in the air. Looks like it's playable. And coming in and falling down and making the catch is the shortstop, Darius Barlas. He had to really venture out to make that catch, but he's able to bring it in. The Maple Leafs get 1 run back, but they still trail by 5 as we head to the 9th inning. And we'll be right back in just a moment. All right, we head to the 9th inning here. Top of the 9th, Angel Villalona, the third baseman for the Guelph Royals, leading things off. It is a 10-5 game. Guelph leading it. Justin Cicatello on the mound for his 3rd inning of work here. He started this game as the designated hitter and has now become the pitcher. So the Maple Leafs have given up their designated hitter spot in the lineup, as Cicatello is now on the mound, and that's the first pitch to Angel Villalona. And he's going to hope for a quick inning here so the Maple Leafs can get back on the bats and try to rally in the 9th. Foul ball. Villalona is 0 for 2 in this one. He struck out, is also hit by a pitch, and reached and walked as well. I don't know. There's a pitch, and that one is away for a ball. Cicatello ready. The 1-2 pitch to Villalona. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on the off-speed pitch from Cicatello. Nice pitch as Villalona fooled, and there's one away. Great off-speed there to get Villalona. And here's Jeff McLeod, the right fielder. McLeod is 0 for 4 in this one. He did reach on an error and score in the second inning, though. Here's the pitch, and that one is inside for ball 1. Again, a 5-run lead here for the Guelph Royals. Maple Leafs trying to wrap up this half inning quickly so they can get on the bats and rally in the 9th. Here's the pitch. That one inside as well. Almost hit McLeod. Apologies, looks like we're dropping some frames here, but on the broadcast, but not much we can do there. We're trying to keep the quality as best we can. That one's fouled off by McLeod. Oh, excuse me. This might be a new batter. This is not Jeff McLeod. Guelph sneaking in another pinch hitter here. Here's the pitch. That one is in the air, into left field. Topley's got to run in to make the catch, and he does. So 2 out now, and here it'll bring up Brendan Keys as long as he's actually still in the game. Looks as if that is Brendan Keys. Here's Keys. Here's the pitch from Cicatello. Ground ball to second. Tamani's going to play it over to first. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Guelph Royals in the 9th inning, and the Maple Leafs are going to get on their bats and all right, to the bottom of the 9th we go here. John Salazzo going to lead things off for the Maple Leafs. Down 10-5 to the Guelph Royals. Rodriguez back out for another inning of work here for the Guelph Royals. Salazzo comes up. He is, I believe, 1 for 4 in this one. fouls that one off. The Maple Leafs have to get 5 runs to extend this game in this 9th inning here. 6 to win. So it'll be Salazzo, Reeves, and Toppoli due up in the bottom of the 9th for the Maple Leafs. Here's the pitch to Salazzo inside. Also, should note the great work that Cicatello's done on the mound for the Maple Leafs in the last 3 innings. 9 up, 9 down. So he's able to limit the damage and stop the bleeding for the Maple Leafs. So a good job on the mound by him. Especially impressive since he started the game as the designated hitter. So he has certainly made an impact in this one. And the Maple Leafs need to try to reward him now and try to give him the win. That's a grounded foul. It's going to stay and roll foul towards Villalone to the third baseman. So Rodriguez will step off the mound and Salazzo will step out of the box and step in now. Gonna try to get the inning started on the right foot for the Maple Leafs is John Salazzo. Here's the pitch, inside. Rodriguez is getting chirped by some of these fans, and I believe the count is full here. Here's the pitch from Rodriguez. Swung on, fouled off by Salazzo. It's going to go towards into the streets. Three and two. Here's the pitch. In the air, into left field. It's going to be a play for the left fielder, and he makes the catch. And he dropped it. Drops the ball. And he still has the ball in his glove. And he's going to go up the way. Up the second is Salazzo. What happened there? He dropped the ball and then just held it in his hand. And what is happening here? I think the left fielder's saying he didn't drop it, but the umpire says that's what happened. So there's going to be a meeting here, and they're going to discuss this. Looked like he had made the catch, but then he dropped it. And I was wondering, maybe the left fielder thought that he had dropped it on the exchange, so that wouldn't have, but the umpire doesn't rule it. He just rules it a drop. So as it stands right now, Salazzo's at second base. As he smart base run, he's able to move up to second. The left fielder probably thought he dropped it on the relay. But it was definitely dropped. The question is whether he dropped it on the exchange to his other hand. If that's the case, then if that's the ruling, then Salazzo will be out. I think that's what the left fielder is suggesting and what the manager wants the umpires to discuss about. That's what the umpires are probably talking about right now. So we'll see what the call is. The third base umpire was out in left field. He made the call that the ruling on the field is that Salazzo was safe as the ball was dropped out there by the left fielder. Left fielder, by the way, is Ben Reed now, who came into the game for Ethan Hammond. And it's a long discussion that they're having, so we're going to see. This is going to be very interesting to see. And he's out! Oh. And looked like an out call was made. And yeah, out is the call. So it's reversed. I guess they're going to say that he dropped it on the exchange. So Salazzo is out now. That's a very tough call for the Maple Leafs, and now they're getting an explanation.
Hey, you cannot overrule that. The guy was in the left field.
And that's interesting because the umpire out in left field made the call of out. The umpires discussed it afterwards. It was a long discussion, and they overrule him. The guy who probably had the best view of it gets overruled by the other two umpires, I imagine. Maybe they saw something that he didn't see. But the ruling is overturned, and Salazzo is now out. So 1 out now. A very eventful first out, and now Mike Reeves is the batter for the Maple Leafs. Very tough break for Toronto there. So Reeves will step in. That's ball high and away. Again, the score is 10-5 in favor of the Guelph Royals. Now 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. That one is away for ball 2. Here's the pitch. Taken for a strike. 2-1 is the count here. Rodriguez ready. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one's away for ball 3. So it's Damon Topley on deck here for the Maple Leafs. Ryan Santos behind him. Reeves is ready. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Rodriguez. Fouled off, and the count's going to go full. So Reeves standing in. Here's the pitch, 3-2 pitch. High, ball 4. So Reeves is on board. And that'll bring up Damon Topley, the left fielder. Left fielder in this one, typically the manager for the Maple Leafs, but stepping into play in this one. Taken for strike 1, that first pitch from Rodriguez. Reeves on first base, not taking much of a lead. Reeves does not have a whole lot of speed. And when you're down 5 runs, I assume you wouldn't be trying to steal second. And here's the pitch to Topley. That one's away for ball 1. Counts even now. Topley is 1 for 3 in this one. 1 for 4 in this one. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Ooh, almost hit a group of fans out there. Everybody's all right. Topley's gonna stand in. Count is now 1-2. Topley's always a tough out at the plate. See if it continues here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one is away and gets past the catcher. So Reeves is going to move up to second base. We'll call that one a wild pitch on Rodriguez. As there's not much the catcher, Brendan Keys, could have done about that one. Here's the pitch. In the air, into center field. Moen barely has to move and makes the catch. So Topley hit it hard, just right at Ethan Moen. And there's now 2 away here. The Maple Leafs are down to their last out. And it's going to be Ryan Santos coming up to the plate. So Santos steps in here. He is 1 for 4 in this one. Had a base hit back in the second inning. Also stole a base in that second inning. Stole third. Also reached on a fielder's choice back in the 7th. He represents the last chance for the Maple Leafs here. Down 5 runs. Takes ball 1. Reeves is standing at second base. Santos the batter. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Away for ball 2. Here's the pitch from Rodriguez. Taken for strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike. To Ryan Santos with 2 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. So Rodriguez hasn't had the best command in this inning. So far, though, the Maple Leafs haven't been able to take much advantage of it. Reeves on second. Here's the pitch to Santos, 3-1. Fouled off. And the count is going to go full, and that one goes right off a car on the street there. If you park your car right along these streets during a ball game, you are playing a risky game here. There's the 3-2 pitch. That one's fouled off. That might hit a car too, and it does. That one was off the bounce, but still going to put a dent in anybody's car. Word to the wise, don't park your cars along the streets here at Christie Pits. 3-2 pitch now. Inside, ball 4, so this game will continue. Santos reaches on a walk. And now Greg Carrington is the batter. Greg Carrington's got a couple of hits in this game as well. He is 2 for 3 in this one. A couple of base hits. He was also hit by a pitch in his last at bat. And the manager is coming out here. Going to have a chat with his pitcher, Rodriguez. Villalona coming into the conversation as well. Trying to discuss how to throw to Greg Carrington. There is nobody in the Guelph bullpen. So this is Rodriguez's game to finish. So here's Carrington going to step in here. 2 out. Maple Leafs down 10-5. The bottom of the 9th inning. Reeves at second. Santos at first. First pitch strike right down the middle to Greg Carrington. Rodriguez, 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Carrington. That may have been away. But he cuts at it, and now the Leafs are down to their last strike. Oh, 2 pitch on the way. In the air, that's going to go foul. That one thankfully doesn't hit a car, but it goes onto the street nonetheless. Runners at first and second. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Rodriguez. In the air, foul again. So Carrington staying alive here. Maple Leafs up next have a home game on Wednesday. That one is high. Game at home on Wednesday. They'll have another game at home on Sunday next week. Corey and I will be there for that one. We will try to make it Wednesday. We can't really confirm. Not looking great at our chances of making it to that game, though, but we'll see. That one is taken away by Carrington. Carrington staying in here, making Rodriguez work for this out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, foul tipped, and into the glove of the catcher, Brendan Keys, and that's your ball game. The Guelph Royals win it 10-5. The Maple Leafs drop to 3-4 on the season with their 3rd straight loss here. This one comes at the hands of the Guelph Royals. A big game for the Guelph Royals, particularly for Sean Riley, who hits a couple of home runs, the designated hitter. And the Guelph Royals celebrate at the center of the mound there, as the winning pitcher in this one is going to be Fernando Fernandez Beltran, an all-time baseball name right there. He picks up the win. And a good collective group win here for the Guelph Royals. And the Maple Leafs are going to have to rebound and take it to the next opponent here as they now drop to 3-4, and the Guelph Royals move up to 2-3 on the season. So that's going to do it for us here at Christie Pits Park. My name is Eric Pinkella. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you next Sunday for sure. Hopefully Wednesday. Can't confirm if that one is going to happen or not. Stay tuned to Corey and I's Twitter. We will keep you updated on whether we'll be able to broadcast that game. But if not, we will definitely see you next Sunday afternoon for another game here at Christie Pits. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you next time.